everybody, welcome to today's video. I'm going to be talking about my top makeup products in each category for 2022. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this was really hard to narrow down to just one product in each category. So I'm gonna be honest and outright and say there are some categories where I just couldn't do it. So I'm gonna talk about a couple. I've got a couple here to show you, but let's get stuck in. I'm gonna start with the products and sort of how I build out my face. So I'm gonna start with primer. This one has to be my favorite for the year. It is the one that I have used all year long until it ran out, sad times. But it is the NYX Marshmallow Primer. I know a lot of people have been a bit put off by the smell of it, but to be honest, it doesn't linger once it's on your face. You don't smell it, it's sort of only when you're putting it on, and I like it anyway. I feel like this was just smooth, it smoothed out my skin, and I just felt like it was a really good base for my makeup. So I have absolutely loved this. I'm really sad that it's empty. I'm definitely going to be buying a new one. The next one are, you could consider them primers, but I'm just going to say that they are glowy products, so illuminating primers, etc. In this category I do have two items to talk to you about, but this one has to be the number one. If I had to select any of them, it would be this one, mainly because I used it a lot during the summer. It was my go-to. It's really light to put in hand luggage when I went to Tenerife, and yeah, I was just wearing it without foundation over the top and things like that. And it is the number 17 Base Glow Illuminating Primer. I think this one is incredible. It is about £2 to £3. It's the number 17 brand, and I've been loving their products this year. I think they are such great value. But yeah, this number 17, the Base Glow Illuminating Primer, has to win in my glowy category for this year. But if you hadn't already guessed it, the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter it's got to be mentioned. It's an honourable mention. It just tops everything else, doesn't it, really? I have loved it since I got it. I wear it under my makeup. I put it on when I'm not wearing any foundation, just to sort of gives me a little bit more confidence that I'm a little bit covered. So I love it. I love that it's slightly tinted, so it does give you that slightly more coverage, and it's just so glowy. So both of those products I have absolutely loved this year, but the number 17 one does have to win because I used it and I've had it a little bit longer. So next thing is foundation. Of all of the categories, I think this was my hardest one to pick. It could have been various different ones. I have tried so many this year. Recently, there's the Maybelline Superstay 30 Hour. I've got my CoverGirl one, the e.l.f. one, and I mean, so many others, so many good foundations I have used this year. But this one has to win because it's one that I wanted to try for years and years, and it didn't disappoint when I finally got my hands on it. And it's the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. The lid is broken. And it is just incredible. It's glowy, it covers really well, it stays on really well, but still looks dewy. Yeah, the coverage is phenomenal. Literally one of the best ones that I've ever used. Unfortunately, I did get it in a shade that's a tad too dark, so I haven't been able to use it too often. So I will be buying it again and getting a slightly better shade for me and my pale and pasty skin. Along that sort of same lines is the Clinique, like the Clinical Serum Foundation. I have loved that one. It was one that I got for Christmas, but again, it was just a shade too dark. And so I haven't been able to wear it as much as I would like, sort of only in the summertime, but that was a really great foundation as well. But for a sort of a cheaper price point, this one has to win as well. Next I'm going to talk about is concealer. Again, it could have been various different ones, but this is the one that won out. It is again number 17 brand, and it is the Second Skin Enhancing Concealer. This one I would say is a very good comparator to the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer. I have absolutely loved wearing it. I think the coverage is incredible, and it stays put. If I put my glasses on, it doesn't smudge, and its price, I mean, you literally can't go wrong with it. I bought it because it's a shade darker than my other ones, and it was during the summer, and I just wanted to cover, and to be honest, I'm definitely going to be buying some lighter ones as well because it is that good. Next we have bronzer. Again, this is a product that I wanted to try for a very long time. It is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I love the smell of this stuff. It like transports me away to like a Hawaii or somewhere tropical. It smells of coconut. It's really, really easy to work with. If you haven't used a bronzer before and you're a bit scared of it, one like this is incredible. You can put it on, you can play with it. It's not harsh. It's just a great bronzer to just play with and have some fun and experiment. So I've absolutely loved using this. I got it in Black Friday sales last year, so I've had some time with it. You can see that I have a Hit Pan on it as well. I have been using it quite a lot, and I will be buying a new one once it's gone. Next is blusher. Again, so many different ones could have been, but I have gone with the Milani blusher in the colour Bella Bellini. It's just a really pretty pink colour. It's very shimmery and has a lot of highlight in it, and I just love the colour. Equally, I've been using the Milani blush, this one again, but in Luminoso. That was the first one of these that I bought, and I love that one too. I'm going to mention a third one just because, but the Revolution Pro Cream Blush in the colour pink. You guys have heard me talk about it a couple of times, but that one is an honourable mention too because I've been loving that since I bought it. Next is highlighter. Again, couldn't cut this down to just one, but the top one has to be the Rimmel Highlight. And this is in the colour Stardust. It is just so shimmery. I absolutely love this thing, and it feels almost like a cream, like it's so soft, and just putting it on your face, it feels amazing. Actually, it made my mum buy this first, and then when I was trying hers, I was like, I gotta get me one of these, and so I went out and bought it. And since I bought it, it's sort of in June, this is the one I've been using ever since. But prior to June, I was using the Wet n Wild highlight powder in the colour Precious Petals. This is one that I have absolutely loved as well. This one is obviously a lot lighter and this one is a bit more bronzy, but I absolutely love them both. They are just very illuminating, and they sit well above my makeup, so I love those. Next thing is eyeshadow. Again, this doesn't just have one. I promise after this it's only one, but I have to give it to my NARS palette that's in the colour Suede. Even if I've just used this as a base, a lot of time I've used my whole eye look just using this palette, including eyeliner. I just tightline and underline with this brown colour, but this has been my go-to all year long. It's so small and compact, it's really easy to travel with, and has such a great variety of colours as well. So I have absolutely been loving this, but it is quite expensive, so I wanted to throw in sort of a cheaper, more drugstore brand equivalent. And again, it has to be a Revolution product because you all know that I love it. So this is the Revolution palette in Reloaded. It's the Reloaded Fundamental palette. I just think this has colours for everybody. It doesn't give you much fallout. It stays on your eyes. They're really pigmented. Like most sort of shimmery eyeshadows, the shimmy ones are better to put on with your finger rather than a brush, but you can make so many different makeup looks out of it, and there's just something for everybody on it, I think. And so for the price, this is a fantastic palette. Next thing is my favourite liquid eyeshadow of the year, and this has to be mentioned because it's from my very first ever trip to Sephora when I was visiting my sister in the summer, and it is the Sephora Charged Up Longwear Liquid Eyeliner in the shade Power. There was about 4 different ones that I could have bought and really wanted, but this was the one that was in stock, and to be honest, I'm glad that it was. I tend to sort of do my whole eye look and then use this sort of on the corner or sort of underline or something like that. Just makes it a bit more fun, so when I'm going somewhere more fancy or just want to dress it up a little bit or make it a bit lighter, this has been incredible. The other thing about it is if you, for example, if I put it on my hand right now and I let it dry, it would be a pain in the ass for me to get off. It's really long wearing and will just stick on your face or your eyes where you want it for ages. The next thing is mascara, and I'm not going to bore you too much about these because I've been talking about mascaras quite a lot recently, but my number one has to be the Wonder Volume Thrill Seeker mascara from Rimmel. It doesn't flake, it stays on, it gives me the volume, it gives me the length. It's just been an all-round incredible mascara. I absolutely love the brush and the formula, and I don't have a single bad thing to say about this mascara. Not foundation, it's mascara. And finally, the very last product is a lip product. Can you guess what it is? You might be able to. It has to be the Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Ink. And this is in the colour Cheeky. I do have 3 different colours, but Cheeky wins out just because I wore it to work for months and months and months. It was my go-to. I also love the colour Koi. Can't remember what the other colour it is right now, but Koi has been making a comeback these past couple of weeks as well. What I love about this is it's not a matte lipstick. I cannot stand matte lipsticks. I hate the feel of it. It doesn't stay on my lips, but that's what long-wearing lipsticks tend to be, matte. So this one came in and it broke the lot. I love that it stays shiny and it still doesn't budge. I can drink coffee, I can drink my squash and it will still be on my lips. I can eat a hot dog or whatever it is and it will still be there when I'm done. And I did try the hot dog thing on my family day that I went to for work. But yeah, this has been an incredible lipstick from this year and it has to be my favourite. It just has to be. Anyway, that and those are my top makeup products from 2022 in each category. Sorry there was more than one at some point, I just couldn't cut them down and I had to talk about them. So I hope you have enjoyed watching. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button, comment down below and subscribe if you would like to, because I would absolutely love to have you here. But I will see you guys next time. Bye.